The best vocal coach in the world is you. You know yourself best, you are available 24/7, and you're free. My ABC voice model will help you coach yourself and fix many of your own vocal challenges. It's like a cheat sheet for singers. Here are 3 examples of what the ABC voice model can do for you. The first, extend your range and choose whether you want your voice to break or not. The second, find easy vowels to sing without straining. For me! For me! Way easier. The third, unlock new sounds for your voice, like the signature sounds of Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. And the Whitney Houston sound. And here is the best part. I was not born with this voice and this range. My voice used to crack at a G4. And for the longest time, I thought I'd never be able to do the things I just demonstrated. Well, I was wrong! With the help of the right vocal coaches, my voice transformed. Now let me help you transform your voice. This is the updated and improved version 2.3 of the ABC voice model. More info about the changes in the description. Also in the description, the link to a new free ABC voice model mini course. I'll first give you a general overview of the model and then we'll dive deeper into the 4 modes. You can see the 3 vocal modes, A, B, and C at the edges and the special mode, plus, in the center. With the exception of some very specific sounds like throat singing, you could categorize any sound you hear singers make using these 4 vocal modes. You probably use them already, you just don't know it. Now here's the fun part. Every mode has its own rules, and knowing them will help you achieve a healthy, comfortable sound. Not knowing them might have you wondering, why am I straining? Why can't I reach that note? Why does my voice get tired and hoarse? The more we approach the limits of our voices, like singing very high or with lots of power, the more important these rules become. As there are many confusing definitions surrounding terms like chest, mix, head voice, etc., I decided to start with a clean slate. New terms, A, B, C, and plus. But to give you a rough idea, combine head voice and falsetto and you get mode plus. This is mode plus! Mode A could be described as a quiet chest or mixed voice. This is mode A. Mode B and C could be chest voice, mixed voice, belting, whatever definitions and terms you use. This is mode B! This is mode C! More details later. If we sing upwards in mode A, B, or C, the chest voice variations, at some point we'll encounter our natural voice break pitch, or break pitch in short. This is the pitch at which our voice wants to break to mode plus, if we allow it to. But I can also choose not to transition to mode plus. Let this sink in. Many people believe that if they want to sing really high, at some point they have to transition to mode plus, also known as head voice or falsetto. Not true, as I just demonstrated. And anyone can learn to do this and greatly improve their comfort range. It's just a combination of the right settings. If we sing downwards in mode plus, the break pitch is where our voice wants to break to mode A, B, or C. But I can also choose to stay in mode plus for longer. You won't get to your lowest notes, but you can get to way below your break pitch. Knowing where your break pitch is useful to be aware of when your voice would like to transition, so you can make the right choices, and to know at which volume you can sing in a certain mode. Because the numbers you see in the ABC voice model are maximum volumes on a scale of 1 to 10. Hey! This is about your volume 1 and your volume 10. The bottom number is the maximum volume you can sing the mode at around your break pitch. You can also be quieter. The top number is the maximum volume you can sing your highest notes with. As you can see, at these highest notes, all modes converge at volume 7 out of 10. But to experience this, you first have to be able to sing mode A, B, and C well beyond your break pitch, close to the pitch of your highest mode plus notes. Hey! Hey! The modes all sound very similar at that high pitch. I believe anyone can learn to do this, but it's not easy and it will probably take some training. Below your break pitch, the maximum volume of all modes will slowly go quieter towards your lowest notes. Hey! I cannot be as loud down there, hey, as I can be up there. Hey! The words in the center of each mode's triangle describe the mode. They will help you find and use the mode. Mode A could be called quiet, hey. Mode B, closed, hey. Mode C, open, hey. And mode plus, thin, hey. On the left of every mode, you see the words low, very low, or mid-high. This is the amount of breath support needed to sing in that mode. We'll get back to that later. On the right, you can see a clue about which sounds or vowels you can sing in that mode. Especially in mode B and C, the options are limited. Example, it's very hard, if not impossible, to sing a pure E vowel in mode B or C. This is where you often hear singers sing baby, baby, or baby, instead of baby. These singers probably don't know the ABC voice model yet, but they still have to follow its rules as they are universal. Your voice does not care about vowels, it cares about sounds. And because vowels sound different in every language and dialect, I chose not to define which exact vowels are possible to sing in a certain mode. To be complete, the list would have to be endless and we'd all have analysis paralysis while singing. Not helpful. Rather, the clues you see, relax, filter, and chant, will help you intuitively find the correct vowels for your language and your dialect for every one of the 4 modes. More about that in the deep dive of the 4 modes. Now first, mode plus. You could describe mode plus as thin. Examples of artists that use this mode a lot are Bon Iver, Joni Mitchell, Justin Timberlake, and Prince. Many singers know mode plus as head voice, falsetto, or a combination of those two. If you can let your voice break between 2 notes, one of the notes was in plus and one of them was in one of the other 3 modes. Hey, hey, hey. You can find mode plus by going, oh yoo-hoo, and then sustaining it. Oh yoo-hoo! The higher the pitch, the louder you can sing in mode plus. You can sing quite low in mode plus, but you won't be able to hit your lowest notes. Before that, your voice will fade out. Mode plus is rarely used below the break pitch. The maximum volume around the break pitch is around 4 out of 10. In mode plus, we can sing all vowels that you can sing with a relaxed face, mouth, and jaw. So this means you can sing almost all sounds, although you'll probably have some favorites. The breath support energy we need to sing in mode plus is very low. Just open your mouth, relax, make a high-pitched sound, and you're already in mode plus. You can color each mode in many different ways. The underlying technique remains the same, but you can change this sound to your liking. Here are some mode plus examples. All mode plus. To learn more about how to change your sound color in the different modes, get my free ABC mini course at bobsmank.com/ABC. Now let's have a look at mode A. It is quite similar to mode plus. You could describe this mode as quiet. This mode is used a lot by Chris Martin from Coldplay, when you try your best, but you don't succeed. Lizzie McAlpine, ceilings, plaster. Billie Eilish, once we've both said our goodbye. And Ed Sheeran. And that I'd fight my You can find mode A by relaxing your face, your body, not using any effort, and then just singing in the low part of your voice. Hey. Many quiet singers have only ever sung in mode A or mode plus. Often these people also have quiet personalities and quiet voices when speaking. As in mode plus, the higher we sing in mode A, the louder we can go. The max volume around the break pitch is the same as in mode plus, volume 4. Mode A is still used a bit above the break pitch if you want to sing a line without letting your voice break, but rarely in the very high part of your voice. Hey! That was mode A. Hey! Mode plus. Hey! Mode A. Hey! Mode plus. The difference between mode plus and mode A can be difficult to hear, but when singing, it does feel different. In 95% of the cases, singers who want a soft or breathy sound will sing in mode A below their break pitch and in mode plus above their break pitch, because that's just the easiest way to sing and what our voices naturally want to do. As in mode plus, we can sing all vowels that we can sing with a relaxed face, mouth, and jaw. So again, that means almost all vowels. The support energy we need is generally quite low, definitely when singing below our break pitch. Above our break pitch, we need a bit more. Too little and your voice will break to mode plus, but it's still not a lot. We can also color mode A in different ways. A quick detour about singing with a breathy sound. You can choose to sing any mode with a breathy sound as long as you sing quietly. Here's me singing breathy. Here's me singing non-breathy. When you sing above your volume 5 out of 10, you cannot add air to your voice anymore. If I try, I'll strain, wobble, or break. Hey! While you can sing with a breathy sound when singing a quiet mode B or C, this is not commonly used, as most singers will use their mode B and C to be loud and powerful, well above volume 5. 3 quick tips to sing with a breathy sound. Sing quietly, take a big breath in, and place an H in front of your vowels. And from breathy singing and mode A, we will of course go to mode C. Yes, we're skipping mode B for now because that's the trickiest one. You could describe mode C as open. Singers famous for their mode C are Whitney Houston, Freddie Mercury, Lauren Allred, and Adele. Mode C sounds open, so you can find mode C by opening your mouth wide and shouting, hey! If you sustain it, hey! You're singing in mode C. In mode C, we can sing up to volume 10. The loudest volume is possible at or a bit above your break pitch. If we sing in the very high part of our voice, we cannot sing at volume 10 anymore, but we'll have to go quieter, towards volume 7. Hey! Hey! Do you notice how my sound became a bit thinner and my volume a bit lower at the top? But it was not mode plus or head voice. That would sound like hey instead of hey. For mode C and mode B, the vowels or sounds we can sing are very important and limited, especially when singing at a high pitch or high volume. An example. If you listen carefully to the final notes of Lauren Allred in Never Enough, you'll hear she does not sing for me, for me, for me. No, she sings for me, for me, for May. She does this because on the E vowel, she could not have sung such a spectacular climax. For me! Versus for May! Big difference, right? In mode C, you can sing any vowel that you can sing when you're in chanting mode. Imagine you're a sports supporter chanting in a stadium. You want to be loud like the others around you. Do they think about which vowels they should use for their chants? No, they just open their mouths wide and sing, and intuitively they find vowels that work. So let's do an experiment. Channel your inner soccer supporter. Put your arms out, open your mouth wide, show your upper teeth, don't think and just make some loud noises. Hey! Ho! Ha! Now try it again and sing some words in your language or dialect. Articulate sloppily, as if you've had a couple of pints too many. Focus on staying in chanting mode. If you allow yourself to articulate sloppily, you'll automatically find vowel modifications that work. So instead of going, fly me to the moon, if you want to be really loud, open, mode C, you can go, fly me to the moon. It sounds weird with this song, but if you would ever find yourself wanting to chant Fly Me to the Moon in a sports stadium, this is how you would do it. So, when you want to sing in mode C, don't think about vowels, but just go into chanting mode. Then sing the lyrics and let your intuition change them to whatever feels comfortable. If a problem persists, pause, try to sing just that word in a few different ways and see what works. Examples: for me! If I want to be loud, that does not feel nice. I can experiment a bit in chant mode. Me! Me! I could go to A. Me! 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 I could go to U, or maybe you'll find different options that work for you. It's about going into chanting mode and allowing your vowel to change to something that feels and sounds better. Another example for the word you. You! You! Okay, so I could let the U change to an O. You! It's a spectrum. You can decide to make it easier for yourself by completely changing the vowel to yo. You can also stay closer to the true pronunciation, you. Or you can be somewhere in the middle. Find a balance that works for you. You! And here are some different mode C colors. Hey! The breath support energy we need for mode C is mid to high. When singing within your comfort zone, around your speaking range in pitch and volume, you'll probably apply the correct breath support automatically. You've done so for all of your life, otherwise you would not have been able to speak. But when going towards the limits of your voice, sometimes we need to intervene and help our body apply the right type of breath support. As it's a complicated subject, I made a dedicated video and visual about breath support and breath control. You can find it on my channel and I'll link to it at the end of this video. But as it's also an important subject for the ABC voice model, I'll give you a sneak peek to help you sing higher, louder, and without straining. To sing healthily, a precise amount of airflow is needed for every note. How much airflow depends on the mode, the volume, the pitch, etc. Breath support is the system that helps us control that airflow. If we want to sing loudly above volume 5, as we usually do in mode B and C, we cannot sing with added air or a breathy sound. Singing with added air means there is physically more air flowing out of your lungs. You can also feel that airflow on your hand. Loss of air. Hey! Almost no air. So to sing loudly in mode B and C, we need just a tiny bit of airflow. And for many singers, it feels like singing loud and at a high pitch requires lots of airflow. But this is simply not true. Too little airflow is no problem, because you just won't make any sound, and you'll easily fix it. Hey! Trying to sing with too much airflow is a problem, because you'll start straining, wobbling, or distorting. Hey! Or when you're singing above your break pitch, your voice will break to mode plus. Hey! Because in mode plus, it can easily get rid of the excess air with a breathy sound. Hey! So to stay in mode B or C above our break pitch, we need to limit our airflow. And we need to get it as stable as possible to not get a wobbly note. To do this, we can imagine singing inwards or backwards or towards the crown of our head. And at the same time, we can lean backwards with our body, and we can also make a fist and slowly pull it backwards, as if we're working against a light resistance. Everything is aimed backwards to limit air flowing out. And moving your fist backwards in a slow, steady pace can also help you stabilize your airflow. Try it in an exercise. Don't try to match my pitch, just take a comfortable pitch for you. Hey! 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 If you feel you start to strain or wobble, think and lean backwards more. Hey! 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 Now go a bit higher. Hey! 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 Or maybe glide up. Hey! Does that help to strain and wobble less and to get to a higher pitch more comfortably? If not, don't worry, this was just a sneak peek into breath support. The full story about breath support you can get in my free ABC mini course at bobsmank.com/abc. Now on to our final mode, mode B. You could describe it as closed. Singers that use mode B a lot are Bruno Mars,
I ain't playing no games, every word that I say is coming straight from the heart.
Lady Gaga,
The part of me that you will never die.
Michael Bolton,
If she's bad, he can't see it.
and Ariana Grande. Ariana.
Let's say we out here vibing, we're vibing.
We can sing it up to volume 7 around our break pitch and in our highest notes as well. It can be tricky to find. Mode A is easy. You can just find it by singing quietly. Hey. Mode C is easy because you can just go loud. Hey! But mode B is somewhere in the middle. Mode B sounds closed, so we can find it by singing with a closed mouth. Try this. Imagine you're a toddler. You're being force-fed, but the food is simply disgusting. So you clench your lips and teeth together and then make this sound. Then open up your mouth and sing an So, ah. Now repeat and sing a few notes. If you do it correctly, it will feel very limited. You cannot go louder than volume 7. You could go louder by opening up and going into chanting mode, but then you're in mode C. Feel the difference between mode B and C. You can also try to sing your, like this. Your! Feel how it's limited. Now open up to an O and feel you can be louder, now that you're in mode C. Yo! The sound and the feeling are quite different. This is mode B. Yo! This is mode C. Yo! As you've noticed, in mode B, the vowels are very important again, especially when singing at a high pitch. To know which vowels to sing, you can use the filter. Everything you sing should be covered in a layer of Everything I sing is laid in a cover of It helps me to look and feel a bit whiny when singing in mode B. To hear examples of amazing filters, listen to Stevie Wonder,
Like tears from a star, I'm on and on.
or Michael Bolton.
If she's bad, he can't see it.
Notice the quality in their singing. Imitate them to get the hang of it. Like in mode C, we need mid to high support energy to sing in mode B without straining or breaking to mode plus. So, when singing high in mode B, it can also help to think backwards, lean backwards, and to use the fist. Important note, artists who like to sing in mode B often sound like they're singing at their maximum volume, and they often are, but they're not singing at their max volume overall. They're singing at their max volume in mode B, which is 7, not 10. It's very easy to let mode B seduce you to be too loud. Don't. You'll start straining. Here are some different sound colors in mode B. And now we've come to the most important part of the video. The 3 ways you can use the ABC voice model in real life. The first one, as a troubleshooter. If you can hit the note you want, it sounds the way you want it to sound, and it feels good, forget all about this model and please just enjoy singing. But If the answer to any of those questions is no, that's the moment to use this model. In that case, ask yourself, what volume do I want and what sound do I want? And use the answers to pick a mode and then apply the rules. The results should be immediate, so even if you're not sure which mode you're in or which mode you want, just guess one. Apply its rules, correct volume, support energy, and vowel clue, and see if you like the result. If not, just try it again with the rules of another mode. The second use is as a tool to unlock new sounds. In this video, you probably heard some sounds you did not know your voice could make. Use the rules and modes of the ABC voice model to experiment and unlock them. Any singer can learn to sing in all 4 modes. The third use is as an imitation tool. Humans are already amazing at imitating sounds, but with the ABC voice model, you can supercharge this ability. So, to learn new songs and sounds, just listen to an artist you like, with the ABC voice model next to you, listen with focus, zoom in on a single line or even a single word, and ask yourself stuff like, what volume do I think the artist was really singing at when they recorded this? Do I notice anything strange about the vowels? Then just try to copy them. I think you'll be amazed at what your voice can do with the help of the ABC voice model. Want a deeper dive? Get my free mini course at bobsmank.com/ABC. You'll get more help applying the ABC voice model, and you'll get a downloadable version to keep with you at all times as a pocket vocal coach. Also, remember that video about breath support I mentioned? This is it. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll enjoy that one too.